Hello, friends. This is not wine, it is coffee. It's decaf coffee because I have become so stressed over the years that I've completely worn out my adrenal system, therefore making me mostly intolerant to caffeine. This is a $1 wine glass, but I must continually consume coffee throughout the day because my house is so cold that it is nearly intolerable, but I cannot afford more heat than I must pay for to keep the pipes from bursting. So, this brings me to college. So, I've been in college for 5 years because I kept switching majors. Gotta let the cat in. Doodles, you're ruining my life. Okay, so I've been in school for a while. I have a few friends who have completely opted out of going to college, and a lot of people will look down on that. However, they are looking into doing the things that they're passionate about, which don't require a college degree. There's this idea that you have to go to college to be successful or intelligent, and a lot of my friends that are choosing not to go to college are much more educated, much more educated than a lot of people who I'm in school with. And the idea that you have to choose what you want to do for the rest of your life and go into all of this debt, and that's the only valid means of having a future, is ridiculous. Don't get me wrong, I love school. I absolutely love the school I'm at. Not my first choice, but probably the cheapest choice, and I'm still going into a ton of debt to go there. But I love going to school. I plan on going to grad school. I love the environment. I love it, and so I'm choosing to be there. I also know what I want to do, and it requires a degree for the most part, and I would like to teach eventually, so bachelor's and then grad school. But there are so many other options. There's technical school. There are so many jobs that you can just learn from experience. If you know what you want to do as a career and it doesn't require school, that is completely valid. If you don't know what you want to do, don't freaking go into a ton of debt just because there's the pressure to go to school. That's what I did. I graduated at 16 and I was told, you have to go to college now. At 16, I had no idea what I wanted to do. So at that age, I was able to go into all of this debt with no, like, how was I supposed to know what I wanted to do? So I ended up a few years later dropping out of school, and then I figured out what I wanted. But going right into college after high school, if you know what you want to do, that's great. But don't rush it. 4 years if you want a bachelor's, associate's, 2 years, it's not that much of your life. Another thing that I see a lot is people not changing their majors to what they want to do because they already have 1 or 2 years in that major. But 1 or 2 years compared to the rest of your life is not that much time. People that don't choose to go to school, that is to further their education after high school, that is totally okay. It's not a reflection on intelligence. It's not a reflection on their work ethic. It's just a reflection on what they're motivated to do, what they're passionate about, the means by which they want to accomplish that. So if you're in school and you have no idea what you're doing, or if you know what you want to do and it's not your degree, leave for a while, work for a while, go back when you know, or don't go back if you know you don't want to go back. A lot of us have passions that are not work. So if you're not passionate about the job that you've decided to go into, that's also okay. Thinking that our one passion in life has to be the way that we make money is ridiculous. If you look at a lot of other countries where they're technically poor countries, but they don't work very much. They trade with each other. They take care of each other. They're so much happier and healthier because they have all of this time they're spending with friends, with family. and it's not constantly worrying about money. The mindset, especially in America, of constantly working and not being valid if you're not running yourself into the ground is ridiculous. It makes me so angry. But if you decide not to go to college, that's fine. If it's okay. The work that you decide to go into doesn't matter as much as people make it out to be. If you have a job on the side and pursue your passion, which is not a money making thing, like, you could work at McDonald's your whole life and just be passionate about writing and just stay at home and write and work at McDonald's, and that would be just as valid as the fact that I want to get my master's. So I just have a lot of thoughts on that. Yeah.